Assalamualaikum, my name is Azni Merena. Today I want to present about CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility. Okay, Corporate Social Responsibility, or better known as CSR, is synonym with the ethics, a moral of the organization. There is scrutiny on company unrelated to CSR and the world what recognizing it. First, conventional perspective. CSR is a relatively new content in management science, and there is no standard definition of corporate social responsibility. Each research defines corporate social according to their need. The definition of corporate social is an ongoing agenda today. 2. Islamic perspective. In Islami, CSR is mandatory, has been embedded in fundamental Islam teaching, and Sharia is fundamental to understand CSR in Islam. CSR implementation. If a company only pay attention to maximum strategy and has maintained a proper place in the policy and practice around the globe. Motivate factor about CSR. As a result of analyzing findings from the case study, some points become distinguished. The most important motivation of CSR reporting are access to capital and increase shareholder value and reputation and brand management. Okay. Second, importance of CSR, corporate social responsibility. CSR has become one of standard business practice of our time. For company committed to CSR, it means kudos and enhance overall reputation. A powerful statement of that they stand for in often cynical business world.
Okay, now I will talk about challenge in CSR. The first is the demand for transparency and disclosure. Stakeholders of all kinds, from consumer to supply to team members, investors, and local community organizations, are increased demanding greater transparency and accountability from companies with whom they do business. Business practice priorities, effective way to collect, organize, analysis, and manage the data for clear, accurate, and complete reporting of financial and business activity. The second is pressure from investors. In addition to accountability and transparency, those looking to invest capital are more likely than ever to invest in companies with high marks for corporate responsibility and sustainability. The third is corporate culture and differing priorities. For example, it's crucial for a company to present a united front with regard to business ethics and its stance on political, environmental, and social issues. But companies can struggle to get everyone onto the same page, especially when different business units have different priorities and goals that may align with corporate goals for the bottom line, but not necessary in CSR initiatives. The fourth is connecting CSR to the value chain and profitability. CSR activities can generate both hard value and soft value for organizations who perform them, but showing how CSR contributes positively to developing product and service. And consumer expectation requires an investment in digital software solutions that bring disparate data sources together and provide measurable value via insight and improve financial reporting. Okay, now I will talk about fields in CSR. The firstly is environmental responsibility. Environmental responsibility refers to the belief that organizations should behave in as environmentally friendly a ways as possible. It's one of the most common forms of CSR. Some companies use the term environmental stewardship to refer to such initiative. The second is ethical responsibility. Ethical responsibility is concerned with assuring an organization is operating a fair and ethical manner. Organizations that embrace ethical responsibility aim to achieve fair treatment for all stakeholders, including leadership, investor, employee, supplier, and customer. The third is philanthropic responsibility. Philanthropic responsibility refers to a business aim to make the world and society a better place. In addition to acting as ethically and environmentally friendly as possible, organizations driven by philanthropic responsibility often deduct a portion of their earnings. While many firms donate to charity and non-profit that align with their guiding mission, others donate to worthy causes that don't directly relate to their business. Okay, the fourth is economic responsibility. Economic responsibility is the practice of a firm backing all of its financial decisions in its commitment to do well in the areas listed above. The end goal is not to simply maximize profit but positively impact the environment, people, and society.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Emia Zirawati binti Anwar. I'm from section 54. So today I would like to present about history of banking industry. The history of banking industry in Malaysia started way back to the 19th century. Back then in 1867, it was during the British colonial emerged along the start settlement surrounding Penang, Malacca, and Singapore. British merchant communities were seen carrying out trading activities in Penang and Singapore. Next, introduction of banks. MyBank. MyBank was established in 1960. And today is the largest company by market capitalization and on the Malaysian Bursa. It is ranked first among listed Malaysian companies and among the top 500 companies in the Forbes Global 2000 leading companies of the world. Next, introduction of banks. Bank Muamalat Malaysia Berhad. Bank Muamalat Malaysia Berhad is one of the two independent, full-fledged Islamic financial institution in Malaysia.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurfadilatul Ashikin binti Yunus. I'm from section 54. So today I want to present about vision and mission of banks. So, vision MyBank is advancing Asia ambition with you, which is to be a regional financial services leader. The mission of MyBank is humanizing financial services across Asia. MyBank fulfill customers' ambitions by building trusted relationships that last for generations through thin and thick. Next is Bank Muamalat Malaysia. The vision of this bank is to be a provider of financing service. Islam is elected in this country. The mission of establishing the bank is to provide the best value to the bank stakeholder.
Next, CSR implementation in my bank. Education, promoting excellence. My bank foundation scholarship. My bank Indonesia International Scholarship. Promote education excellence in rural school. Next, CSR program at my bank, youth empowerment program, and cash file kits.
CSR implementation in BMMB. The implementation of CSR in Bank Muamalat Malaysia Berhad started in tandem with its establishment in 1999. Since then, various programs which in the form of charity has been implemented as an effort to meet established social responsibilities. CSR programs implemented is managed by one department in the organization of this bank, namely Department of Corporate Communication, which acts as an intermediary between this institution with the outside community. Next is CSR program at BMMB. The CSR program implemented by the bank focus on three main groups, namely customers, bank staff, and community as a whole. Each of these groups benefits for the CSR program conducted by BMMB. Since CSR has been considered as an official project of the bank, then the program is done on an ongoing basis with a major event to be held every 2 months, which is reported as a CSR program.
Okay, now I will talk about summary of this report. This report is based on corporate social responsibility in the Bank of Malaysia, which is Maybank and Bank Muamalat. This research has tried to find out CSR in banks. First is Maybank. The evolution in technology give impact to the banking industry as well. It soon portrays an upward trend on the use technology in retail banking. However, Bank Muamalat being among the pioneers of Islamic banking, the bank is strongly supported by Sharia scholars, who are highly qualified and experienced in the Islamic jurisprudence. Corporate social responsibility (CSR) is a type of international private business self-regulation that aims to contribute to societal goals of an philanthropic activities or charitable nature by engaging in or supporting volunteering or ethical oriented practice. That's all from me. Thank you. Okay, now I will talk about CSR future planning. The first is slow progress on CSR but moving into mainstream business. There were different levels of optimism about the future of CSR, ranging from disillusionment that CSR will never be more than cover for corporate activity to the most hopeful view that CSR is a part of a paradigm shift from industrial capitalism to sustainability capitalism. The second is more significant roles for stakeholders. One of the top trends around which there is consistent agreement is the increased importance of stakeholder engagement in the future of CSR. Not only will stakeholders be engaged in increasingly significant ways, they will gain in influencing and will continue to innovate and bring forward new and challenge value. The third is CSR and customer brand trust. Customer brand trust is defined as joint belief, goals, and policy which are significant and appropriate for both customer and firm. While a company can gain benefit and increase its profit through customer loyalty, positive brand attitude, and customer trust. Moreover, existing values are shared by customers and companies. Creating goals in common between these two parties, the welfare of customers is the result of the effort of a company as it signal of trustworthiness. Okay, the fourth is CSR and customer satisfaction. Satisfaction summarizes the consumer experience when they buy a product or service. A positive image of a company generates an optimistic effect on the customer satisfaction levels. CSR is considered as the measure determined in the corporate image increase, which lead to higher consumer satisfaction. Okay, next is CSR and corporate performance in the banking industry. CSR in the banking industry has been studied deeply. The banking industry is considered one of the most highly regulated economic sector with standard service provided by a relative small number of the market players, which symbolizes the most important reason why banks must be customer-oriented.